Right now, we're walking along the main avenue in the city, and at the very end of it is the most beautiful square we've ever seen. It's called Naqsh-e-Jahan.
To me, it looks like a big fortress wall with many small, tiny shops or balconies kind of thing everywhere.
Yeah, and
It's
this
so big.
place, this place is like a very large courtyard. It looks like there are many cafes up on the upper levels, and at the bottom level there are so many shops. I see a kite flying, and it definitely looks like the most.
Touristy place here
I,
in Isfahan.
yeah, because there are so many people, and most of these tourists here are definitely locals. And at the very end, on one side, as you can see here, that is the Imam Mosque. That is the most impressive mosque here in Isfahan. It is the largest one, and I guess because Friday it's also prayer time, we can't really enter. So our first day in Isfahan is just all about walking around here and soaking in the place because it's really cool.
Sunset Tower. I
And
see three kites.
the other thing we notice is like all the families have brought out their little picnics and they're sitting on the lawns.
Grass.
Yeah, some of them are even smoking hookah. So it's like really for all ages that they have some or the other thing going on. And this scene, this place is what I've seen in almost every YouTube video of Isfahan.
Oh.
Yeah, so now
I
we are
came
here.
here. It's a surprise for me because I didn't watch any videos before coming here.
Back in the day, people would read books and they would imagine a place, and then when they would come here, they would realize that, oh, this is what I was reading about. Now, it's the same thing with YouTube.
Right in Isfahan. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
That is Imam Mosque.
It's Friday night.
People are chilling. So Naqsh-e-Jahan, or the Imam Square as it is called today, was also once called the Shah Square. And we just learnt a little bit about this history, so we thought we'd tell you about it. So this entire square actually dates back to the early 1600s when it was completed. And this monument was actually built to commemorate the moving of the capital from a northern city called Kazvin to here in Isfahan. So the Persian Empire was actually really huge at that time, and it was ruled by the Safavid dynasty. And the Shah at that time, Shah Abbas, was the predominant ruler who really wanted to move the capital here because one, Isfahan has an amazing location. It's more towards the center part of the modern Persian country as well as ancient Persian kingdom, and at the same time it was much more well protected because of deserts on all the sides and mountains. So Isfahan naturally became like a cultural hotspot of a kind because people from all over the world would come to this very central city, and it was resplendent of so many beautiful things, which is what they've tried to represent in this square.
So this square actually represents three important things. First one is the Imam Mosque, which you see behind us. Second one is the Royal Palace, which you see here. And the third one is the trading part, which is the Bazaar, which is all around this square.
As Shish said earlier, the mosque actually represents one important pillar of society here in Persia, which was the Imam or the clergy. These are the high priests who sort of manage the whole religious part of the Persian culture. The second was the Shah's palace. And the palace represents a seat of power and authority over the Persian people, which is why this was a very important second pillar. And the last pillar was all of these businesses and how important businessmen were to the whole Persian Empire, because this was an important stop on the Silk Road too. And the trade that prevailed in this region was significantly controlled by these merchants, and that is why all of these three elements were brought together in this square. In the modern times of today, this still holds relevance because one, religion; two, power and authority; and three, commerce and business all come together to rule the world. And that is why this place is called Naqsh-e-Jahan, or image of the world. Interesting.
Yep. Take a little.
And now we are in front of that mosque that we saw earlier.
And that's my favorite type of roof.
So here in Iran, it's all of these beautiful blue tiles and golden doors and accents that make it look so incredibly ancient. So beautiful. And on either side of the mosque, all of those shops that we showed you earlier, those are actually full-fledged bazaar tunnels that go all the way in around the four corners. And this is what it looks like. There are so many shops.
You want t-shirts? It's in Iran. Isfahan, Iran.
So it's like this. There are so many shops on either side. This alley is actually pretty quiet, but
Hence we are vlogging.
yeah, otherwise it's like so busy.
There are shops selling carpets, utensils, cutlery. They're all like blue and golden.
Yeah.
They look so royal and so rich.
It's really nice. The roof looks pretty cool, no?
All the bazaars in Iran have similar type of food.
And that was our first evening in Isfahan, and we're so curious to explore more of this city tomorrow. Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll just go grab some dinner and go back and sleep. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
True too. And the trade that used to occur and the trade that prevailed in this region